What if the very fruits you confidently select in the grocery store, the ones you diligently bring into your kitchen and consume with the firm belief that they are enhancing your well-being, might actually be subtly undermining your health? What if these seemingly innocent staples are, in fact, contributing to feelings of weakness, clouding your mental clarity, and even accelerating the natural process of aging within your body? The truth can be quite surprising, a critical piece of information that, unfortunately, a vast majority of seniors never truly encounter. Startling new scientific investigations have unequivocally demonstrated that specific types of fruits, many of which are frequently championed in popular diet literature and health-focused publications, possess the capacity to elevate systemic inflammation levels by a staggering 300% or more within an incredibly short span of just 1 week. Furthermore, other seemingly benign fruits are known to cause a rapid surge in blood sugar, leading to immediate and uncomfortable consequences, such as dizziness, profound exhaustion, and an almost irresistible craving for even more food, perpetuating an unhealthy cycle. Perhaps the most alarming aspect of this revelation is that despite these potentially harmful effects, these very fruits continue to be aggressively marketed to the public as cornerstones of a healthy diet. However, for individuals over the age of 60, regular consumption of these particular fruits could be insidiously eroding their physical strength, silently compromising their cardiovascular health, and even gradually impairing their precious memory. But there is genuinely excellent news amidst these stark warnings. Not every fruit is a silent antagonist to your health. On the contrary, several specific fruits have been rigorously studied and proven to achieve precisely the opposite effect. These beneficial fruits actively work to repair damaged arteries, effectively calm chronic inflammation throughout the body, provide vital protection for your brain's intricate functions, and can even sharpen your sense of balance, empowering you to experience and move through the world with the vigor and agility you might remember from 2 decades past. This profound distinction is exactly what we are committed to unraveling today. We will meticulously identify the four fruits that, after reaching 60, you absolutely must endeavor to avoid. Alongside the four exceptional fruits you should wholeheartedly embrace and incorporate into your daily dietary regimen. Every single piece of information, every insight you are about to receive, is firmly grounded in meticulously peer-reviewed scientific research and substantiated by compelling real-life case studies. Before we delve into the specifics, I invite you to consider two pivotal questions. Firstly, which fruits are currently a regular, perhaps even daily, part of your diet? Secondly, have you observed any recurring symptoms such as persistent joint pain, bothersome digestive irregularities, or episodes of mental fogginess shortly after consuming particular fruits? Your candid responses to these questions are invaluable. Please take a moment to share your experiences in the comments section below. We are committed to carefully reading and personally responding to each comment, offering tailored advice to help you optimize your nutritional intake for maximum health benefits. Now, let us begin our journey with the very first fruit on our critical danger list. A fruit that might, at this very moment, be residing innocently in your refrigerator, quietly contributing to the internal aging of your body. Grapes, the sweet snack that spikes blood sugar and ages your arteries. They possess such an unassuming appearance, don't they? A cluster of plump, juicy grapes, chilled to perfection from the refrigerator, often feels like the quintessential light and refreshing snack, a healthier alternative to processed treats. Yet, concealed beneath their appealing exterior lies a profound and often overlooked danger. For seniors, grapes represent one of the most detrimental fruits for daily consumption, and the robust scientific evidence compellingly elucidates precisely why. Firstly, they are a veritable sugar bomb, utterly devoid of the necessary mitigating factors. Grapes contain a substantial amount of sugar, approximately 16 grams per 100 grams, yet they offer almost no dietary fiber to effectively slow down its absorption into your system. This means that with every casual handful you pop into your mouth, that sugar is not gradually released but instead floods directly and rapidly into your bloodstream. While younger bodies often possess a more robust capacity to buffer these abrupt sugar spikes, after the age of 60, your pancreas and cellular structures naturally begin to lose their sensitivity to insulin, the hormone responsible for managing blood sugar. This sudden onslaught of sugar triggers a phenomenon scientists refer to as postprandial hypoglycemia, a dangerously sharp rise in blood sugar, immediately followed by an equally dramatic and uncomfortable crash. The tangible repercussions of this metabolic roller coaster include pervasive shakiness, overwhelming fatigue, dizzy spells, and an almost insatiable, relentless craving for even more sugar, locking you into a vicious cycle. Secondly, regular grape consumption has been definitively linked to an elevated risk of developing diabetes in seniors. A comprehensive 5-year study, meticulously published in the esteemed Journal of Gerontology, tracked the health trajectories of over 1 to 200 adults aged 60 and above. The findings were stark. Seniors who consistently consumed more than 150 grams of grapes daily exhibited a significant 34% increase in their fasting blood sugar levels. Even more concerning, they faced a 28% higher risk of ultimately developing type 2 diabetes when compared to their counterparts, who wisely limited their grape intake to less than 50 grams per week. It's a sobering thought. A fruit so widely perceived as a healthy choice can, in fact, subtly but powerfully nudge you closer to a life-altering diagnosis like diabetes. Thirdly, their skins are frequently coated in an invisible layer of toxins. It's not merely the sugar content that poses a threat. Grapes consistently feature prominently on the Environmental Working Group's infamous Dirty Dozen list, a clear indicator that they harbor some of the highest concentrations of pesticide residues among all fruits. Astonishingly, laboratory tests have detected up to 56 distinct chemical compounds on grapes. These are far from innocuous substances. They include known neurotoxins, which can harm your nervous system, and potent hormone disruptors, which can throw your body's delicate endocrine system into disarray. These harmful chemicals do not simply disappear. They accumulate within your body over time, exerting their insidious effects. Moreover, a simple rinse under the tap is largely ineffective, as many of these chemicals penetrate the grape's delicate skin and even permeate its flesh. Consider the real-life experience of Malene, a 72-year-old grandmother residing in Ohio. For years, she habitually snacked on grapes nearly every evening, genuinely believing they were a far safer and healthier option than indulging in cookies or candy. Yet, within the span of just 1 year, Milena began to notice a distressing decline in her cognitive clarity, manifesting as persistent brain fog. She experienced debilitating mid-afternoon energy crashes and, despite her perceived healthy eating habits, found her weight steadily creeping upwards. When her physician finally ordered blood work, the results were alarming. Her fasting glucose levels had precipitously climbed into the pre-diabetic range. However, a significant turning point occurred when Milena, upon her doctor's advice, eliminated grapes from her diet and wisely transitioned to consuming blueberries instead. Within a mere 3 months, her energy levels remarkably stabilized and her blood sugar normalized, illustrating the profound impact of this simple dietary adjustment, a truly smarter swap. If you cherish fruit and find yourself craving a sweet, juicy bite, wholeheartedly consider replacing grapes with blueberries. Grapes typically boast a glycemic index, GI score, ranging from 59 to 65, indicative of their high sugar content and rapid absorption. Blueberries, on the other hand, proudly present a GI score of approximately 25, signifying a much slower and gentler sugar release, leading to a far more favorable insulin response. Beyond their superior GI profile, blueberries are densely packed with anthocyanins, which are potent, health-promoting compounds, scientifically proven to actually improve insulin sensitivity and actively protect your delicate arteries rather than inflicting damage upon them. If, for some compelling reason, you absolutely must indulge in grapes, restrict your intake to no more than 10 to 12 individual grapes at a single time. Crucially, always pair them with a source of protein or a healthy fat, such as a small handful of almonds, to significantly temper and soften the inevitable sugar spike. Pineapple, the tropical treat that burns more than it heals. Pineapple, with its vibrant yellow flesh and sweet tart flavor, is frequently lauded and marketed as something of a miracle fruit. You have undoubtedly heard enthusiastic claims about its distinctive enzyme bromelain, which garners widespread praise for its purported anti-inflammatory benefits. However, for individuals over the age of 60, the reality is starkly different. Consuming pineapple can, in fact, inflict far more detriment than it offers in terms of health advantages. The scientific data supporting this conclusion is truly eye-opening. Firstly, bromelain, despite its reputation, is not always your ally. Bromelain is a proteolytic enzyme, meaning it effectively breaks down protein. This characteristic might initially sound beneficial until one realizes that the protective lining of your very own stomach is primarily composed of protein. In younger adults, the stomach lining is robust, thick, and highly resilient. Yet, after the age of 60, this vital protective barrier naturally begins to thin, rendering it considerably more fragile, more akin to delicate tissue paper than tough leather. When bromelain encounters this vulnerable tissue, it lacks the discernment to differentiate between the proteins in the steak you just consumed and the crucial proteins actively safeguarding your stomach. Consequently, it can initiate an erosion of your essential protective barrier, leaving you alarmingly susceptible to painful ulcers, uncomfortable irritation, and persistent digestive discomfort. Secondly, pineapple is extraordinarily acidic, making it particularly perilous for seniors. Beyond the enzymatic action of bromelain, pineapple is remarkably acidic, boasting a pH level typically ranging between 3.2 and 4.0, a value surprisingly close to that of your own stomach acid. This intense acidity creates a veritable perfect storm within your digestive system, significantly predisposing you to severe acid reflux, agonizing heartburn, and uncomfortable esophageal irritation. A study meticulously published in the American Journal of Gastroenterology unveiled a startling statistic. A remarkable 62% of adults over the age of 60 reported experiencing severe reflux episodes after consuming pineapple. If you are already contending with the challenges of reflux or chronic GERD, incorporating pineapple into your diet can be likened to pouring gasoline onto an already smoldering fire. Thirdly, it's a potent blood sugar bomb. While focusing on bromelain and acidity, it's crucial not to overlook the significant sugar content. A single cup of pineapple chunks can deliver approximately 16 grams of sugar, a quantity strikingly similar to that found in grapes. However, because pineapple is also notably deficient in dietary fiber, this sugar is absorbed with alarming rapidity, leading to dangerous and abrupt blood sugar spikes. A comprehensive study involving 2,300 individuals over the age of 65 revealed a concerning trend. Regular pineapple consumers exhibited hemoglobin A1C levels that were an astonishing 41% higher than those who did not consume the fruit. Given that A1C serves as a crucial 3-month snapshot of your average blood sugar, levels for seniors already grappling with prediabetes or established diabetes, this represents a silent yet exceedingly grave threat to their metabolic health. Fourthly, there are dangerous medication interactions. This is a critically important aspect that receives almost no public discourse. Pineapple possesses the ability to actively interfere with a variety of commonly prescribed medications. It can significantly amplify the effects of blood thinners, such as warfarin, dramatically escalating your risk of experiencing dangerous and potentially life-threatening bleeding episodes. It can also diminish the efficacy of certain antibiotics, potentially compromising their ability to combat infections. Furthermore, pineapple may interact with sedatives and anti-seizure medications, fundamentally altering how your liver processes these crucial drugs. For the millions of seniors who manage their health with multiple prescription medications, consuming pineapple isn't merely a minor risk. It can be unequivocally dangerous, a truly safer swap. If your palate yearns for something exotically tropical, consciously choose papaya instead. Papaya contains papain, an enzyme that is notably gentler than bromelain. Papain functions to aid and facilitate healthy digestion, rather than aggressively attacking your stomach lining. Furthermore, papaya is significantly less acidic, making it a far kinder option for sensitive digestive systems. It is also abundantly rich in vital vitamin C and powerful antioxidants, all without presenting the dangerous side effects associated with pineapple. If you find yourself in a situation where you absolutely must consume pineapple, limit your intake to no more than 2 small pieces. Crucially, never consume it on an empty stomach. For anyone currently taking blood thinners, it is imperative to avoid pineapple entirely. Oranges, the healthy citrus that silently damages seniors for decades. For countless decades, oranges have been universally celebrated and positioned as a veritable symbol of robust health. They are lauded for their abundant vitamin C content, extolled for their ability to bolster immunity, and have become an almost indispensable staple on breakfast tables across the globe. However, there exists a startling truth, a hidden reality that few acknowledge. For individuals over the age of 60, the seemingly innocuous daily consumption of oranges can, in fact, inflict more harm than it provides benefit. Firstly, the pervasive citric acid erodes your precious tooth enamel. Every succulent bite of an orange, while refreshing, is loaded with a substantial amount of citric acid, while the more robust enamel of younger individuals might possess a greater capacity to resist this corrosive erosion. The enamel of seniors naturally thins and weakens with advancing age, rendering their teeth considerably more fragile and susceptible to damage. A study meticulously published in the Journal of Dental Research unequivocally found that adults over 60 who regularly consumed citrus fruits on a daily basis experienced 3.7 times more enamel loss than those who wisely limited their citrus intake. This insidious erosion inexorably leads to heightened tooth sensitivity, an increased propensity for cavities, and even the eventual loss of teeth, significant dental problems that can dramatically diminish one's quality of life and overall well-being. Secondly, oranges can insidiously fuel inflammation in your joints. As we gracefully age, the battle against inflammation often becomes a continuous and challenging endeavor. Regrettably, oranges, far from being helpful, may actually exacerbate the pain and stiffness associated with arthritis rather than alleviating it. The esteemed Arthritis Foundation conducted a comprehensive study involving nearly 1,300 seniors, revealing a concerning correlation. Daily orange eaters reported significantly higher joint pain scores, registering an alarming 45% increase, and endured an additional 38 minutes of morning stiffness when compared to individuals who abstained from citrus consumption. That seemingly harmless morning glass of orange juice could, in effect, be silently intensifying the persistent pain and discomfort in your knees and hips. Thirdly, hidden pesticides are lurking just beneath the peel. Most seniors are often advised to consume the white pith found directly beneath the orange peel, believing it to be a nutrient-rich component. Yet here lies a dangerous concealed truth. This very pith is precisely where harmful pesticides tend to concentrate. Orange peels function much like sponges, effectively absorbing the various chemicals and pesticides sprayed onto them during cultivation. Rigorous laboratory testing has conclusively demonstrated that these pesticides do not merely remain on the surface. They actively seep into the fruit's flesh, meaning that you inadvertently ingest them even after meticulously peeling the orange. For older adults whose natural detoxification systems are often less robust, these insidious chemicals can accumulate over time, potentially contributing to problematic hormone imbalances, significant immune system stress, and the unwelcome phenomenon of brain fog. Fourthly, oranges can profoundly interfere with critical medications. This particular aspect is a perilous oversight, one about which very few seniors receive adequate warning. Oranges contain specialized compounds known as furanocoumarins, which critically interfere with the liver's cytochrome P450 enzymes. This complex enzymatic system is the very machinery your body employs to metabolize and process medications. The alarming consequence is that your prescribed medications can enter your bloodstream at significantly higher concentrations than intended, effectively transforming your carefully calibrated dosages into potential overdoses. For instance, blood levels of statins, commonly prescribed cholesterol-lowering drugs, can surge by an alarming 20%. Calcium channel blockers, vital medications for managing blood pressure, can spike by an even more dangerous 35%. Certain antidepressants can see their levels rise by nearly 30%, dramatically increasing the risk of severe side effects. This means that your seemingly healthy morning orange could paradoxically be transforming your essential prescriptions into hazardous overdoses. Consider the real-life experience of Clara, a vibrant 72-year-old grandmother who prided herself on consuming 2 oranges daily, convinced she was actively promoting her health. However, she gradually began to notice an undeniable worsening of her chronic arthritis pain, a perplexing increase in frequent mouth sores, and an unsettling escalation of side effects from her prescribed blood pressure medication. Her vigilant doctor, after extensive investigation, eventually traced the root of these multifaceted issues back to her unwavering orange habit. Once Clara judiciously eliminated oranges from her diet and made the intelligent switch to vitamin C-rich red bell peppers, her joint stiffness remarkably eased, the erosion of her tooth enamel ceased, and her crucial medications began to function, precisely as intended, without the previously dangerous interactions. A truly safer swap. Instead of reaching for oranges, embrace the vibrant goodness of red bell peppers. A single medium red bell pepper boasts an impressive 190 milligrams of vitamin C, which is 3 times more than what an orange offers, and it delivers this vital nutrient without the inherent risks of damaging acid or pervasive pesticides. Alternatively, consider strawberries. 1 cup provides a healthy 85 milligrams of vitamin C, coupled with powerful antioxidants that actively work to reduce inflammation. The bottom line is clear: if you truly cherish oranges, reserve them for rare occasional treats, and under no circumstances should you ever pair them with medications. For your daily dose of vital vitamin C, make the unequivocally smarter, safer switch to more beneficial alternatives. Bananas, the healthy snack that worsens blood sugar, digestion, and aging after 60. For many decades, bananas have been steadfastly marketed as the ultimate healthy fruit. They are celebrated for their ease of consumption, their rich potassium content, and their reputation for being gentle on the stomach. On the surface, this profile sounds utterly perfect for seniors. However, here lies an uncomfortable and often overlooked truth. After the age of 60, bananas can quietly and insidiously sabotage your blood sugar stability, hinder your digestive processes, and ultimately diminish your overall vitality. Firstly, they are a deceptive blood sugar trap. Bananas might appear entirely harmless, but their glycemic index (GI) score reveals a very different and concerning story. A moderately ripe banana typically registers a GI of about 62. Crucially, as the banana matures, developing those familiar brown spots and softening to the texture many seniors prefer, its GI score dramatically jumps to over 70. This elevated GI means that your body processes a ripe banana almost identically to how it would process pure, unadulterated sugar. A single medium banana contains a significant 17 grams of fast-absorbing sugar. A comprehensive 2022 study published in the esteemed American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed bananas daily exhibited 27% higher insulin levels and astonishingly double the risk of experiencing debilitating afternoon fatigue episodes. Why this dramatic effect? Because the rapid influx of sugar floods your bloodstream, forcing your pancreas to work overtime in a strenuous effort to produce enough insulin. Over an extended period, this relentless strain inexorably drives insulin resistance, a direct and perilous pathway to developing type 2 diabetes. Secondly, bananas are a notorious culprit for causing constipation. Many seniors regrettably grapple with a natural slowdown in their digestive processes, and bananas, far from helping, frequently exacerbate this already uncomfortable problem. Unripe or even slightly green bananas are particularly rich in tannins, complex compounds that bind to your digestive enzymes and effectively act like superglue within the intestines. Instead of facilitating smooth and regular bowel movements, your digestive system grinds to an uncomfortable halt, leading to chronic constipation, persistent bloating, and general abdominal discomfort. When this effect is combined with the naturally reduced gut motility that is a common physiological change. After the age of 60, bananas can regrettably become a recipe for painfully sluggish digestion and prolonged distress. Thirdly, they contribute to nutrient imbalance. Yes, bananas are undeniably renowned for their potassium content, but here's the critical caveat. They are comparatively low in other essential nutrients, such as magnesium, fiber, and a diverse range of antioxidants when stacked against many other fruits. Consequently, if bananas constitute a substantial portion of your daily fruit intake, you may inadvertently be filling your body with excessive sugar while simultaneously missing out on crucial nutrients that genuinely combat the aging process, such as vital polyphenols and vitamin C, thereby undermining your overall health strategy. Consider the real-life example of George, a 68-year-old retiree from Ohio. George sincerely believed he was doing his body a great service by regularly eating 2 ripe bananas daily for an energy boost. However, within a few months, he began to notice a troubling pattern. He was constantly tired, especially after lunch, frequently constipated, and most alarmingly, his blood sugar, as measured by his A1C, had climbed from a healthy 5.8% to a concerning 6.5%, firmly placing him within the diabetic range. His doctor was initially perplexed by these changes until George casually mentioned his daily banana habit. Once he made the pivotal decision to swap bananas for nutrient-dense avocado and complex sweet potato, his energy levels remarkably returned, his digestion significantly improved, and his blood sugar normalized within a mere 3 months, demonstrating a powerful dietary intervention. A truly smarter swap, avocados offer a superior alternative, containing a remarkable 50% more potassium than bananas, boasting approximately 690 milliliters versus 422 milliliters per serving. Crucially, avocados provide this vital electrolyte with absolutely zero sugar and are packed with heart-healthy, monounsaturated fats that actually improve nutrient absorption. Cooked sweet potatoes represent another excellent choice, supplying not only ample potassium but also prebiotic fiber, which actively nourishes beneficial gut bacteria, thereby improving digestion rather than impeding it. The bottom line is unequivocal. While bananas may appear to be a safe, convenient, and easy choice for seniors over the age of 60, they are regrettably more often harmful than genuinely helpful. If your objective is to attain sustained energy, achieve stable blood sugar levels, and foster improved digestion, bypass the bananas and consciously lean into smarter fruit choices that work harmoniously with your aging body rather than inadvertently working against it. From danger to healing, the fruits that restore strength. After 60, we have just concluded our critical examination of the 4 fruits you should conscientiously avoid: grapes, pineapple, oranges, and bananas. Each of these, in its own insidious way, silently drains your precious energy reserves, causes disruptive spikes in your blood sugar, accelerates the erosion of your joints, or weakens the efficiency of your digestive system. They might appear utterly benign, even inviting, as they sit in your kitchen, but for seniors, they can be silent saboteurs of both your health and your cherished independence. But as promised, here is the truly good news. Your fruit basket is not destined to be an adversary. In fact, when chosen with wisdom and discernment, the right fruits possess the extraordinary capacity to achieve precisely the opposite effects of those we've just discussed. They can actively repair your delicate arteries, sharpen your cognitive functions and memory, effectively calm systemic inflammation, and even contribute to making you feel years younger than your chronological age. And in stark contrast to the sugar-laden fruits we have just analyzed, these beneficial options work synergistically with your aging body, providing support and nourishment rather than imposing strain. So now, let us decisively flip the script. Here are the 4 truly exceptional fruits that you absolutely must strive to incorporate into your daily diet after the age of 60. We begin with a jewel red fruit, a marvel of nature that can quite literally help to recycle your tired, aging cells, transforming them back into fresh, vibrant, and powerful ones. Pomegranate, nature's cellular rejuvenator. If there is a single fruit that unequivocally deserves the esteemed title of the anti-aging powerhouse, it is